All right, y'all, we got to get into this story. It's been all over the news, and it has a potential of becoming a really, really big issue. The booking photo of WNBA star Brittney Griner, who was detained in Russia after officials allegedly found a vape with cannabis oil in her luggage, has been released. This is the first time Griner has been seen publicly since her detainment in February. Now, Russian officials say they have launched a drug trafficking investigation. Griner's wife, Sherelle, is asking for Brittney's safe return and for prayers and privacy until Brittney is home safely. This is a scary situation. What are your thoughts on this update, Al? What do you think about this?
Oh, gosh, this is huge. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. This is huge to me. And, Shirley, my heart goes out to you. I know that you're afraid, given that we are in conflict. There's a war going on and your loved one is caught, but we can't keep this private. We've got to make this very public. We need to make this a very big deal here in the United States and around the world. I'm emotional with this because, as we know, Putin is using this as a way to get back to the United States. And this could easily turn into a hostage situation in which an American superstar athlete is going to be used as an example by the Russian country. I'm super concerned. I'm super worried. I hope that Biden does the right thing. He better get on a plane and go get our sister. I do hope, and what I'm liking and what I'm seeing is that this will be the first Black lesbian woman that's going to be thrust into the forefront, and she's going to be a well-known figure associated with this war, which I think is going to be great. It's going to give her a voice that we've never heard before from a Black lesbian athlete. So I am super concerned about her safety and I'm super concerned about her life, but we've got to do something about this and we've got to do it fast.
This has got to be extremely scary for her. She's got 3 strikes against her. She's Black. She's an American and she's a lesbian. Now, I don't know if y'all seen any videos from Russia about what they do to the LGBTQ community. They are extremely violent and abusive to their own. Never mind a Black American woman in times of war where Putin needs a political pawn in this. Q, what do you think about this?
Minus the war, I just want to say, y'all stop traveling with that stuff. When I be going to LA, people be trying to give me them edibles and all that type of stuff. And I be so nervous about putting that stuff in my suitcase because it's just a stupid thing to get caught for. And I'm not blaming her whatsoever or trying to make it seem like it's her fault. I'm just saying for the viewers out there, y'all stop traveling with that stuff. Get it wherever you're going. And again, outside of the war, I mean, this really is not even worth the time, money, or energy that they're putting into it for a doggone cartridge. Obviously, like Al said, this is much bigger than that cartridge. He's trying to use her as a political pawn. I'd be curious to know if they knew who she was prior to stopping her, or if they just thought she was just random Black woman USA. But yeah, y'all stop traveling.
She plays over there in Russia and she gets like $1 million a year, way more than what she gets here. So she's known over there. Here's the thing though. I went to Bali, right, with my friends, and there was some conversation. Someone said, let's get some weed. The cab driver said, not here. They talked about these Australians that came over, and there's certain countries where the death penalty is still given for people that bring weed. They call it drug trafficking, even though it was a little cartridge. And death by firing squad in some of these countries. Wow. You have to really be careful. So if you're going to be over there and make $1 million a year, you got to, I'm sure someone gave her the heads up of how strict they are. A cartridge with some oil in it, I think it's a reach. But I'm just saying to my brothers and sisters that like to go overseas with weed, be very careful, because a lot of countries, we take our American rights and entitlements overseas and we think it's the same. Some of these countries are very erratic and very over the top when it comes to weed.
So Q, I just wanted to address your concern about if they knew her. This is very intentional. The Russian agency that leaked this headshot is intentional. They knew who they got. They got the whole surveillance camera footage from the airport at the time. She's tall as hell, number one. Everybody knows her. Like Claudia says, she plays there, you know, a lot on her off season. This is where she makes the majority of her money. So that Russian spy, I guess they're considering it a spy. The theory is that agency that posted it knew exactly who they had, because they have arrested. She's one of what they say now is 10 to 15 Americans that have been arrested for trumped up charges. So she just happened to be the biggest star to get the biggest attention for the US media.
And Biden can't go over there. You know what I mean? Like it's the stakes are too high for him to go over there and get a girl that had a cartridge of weed. You know what I mean? Like the president can't go over there right now. This is wartime. Like it's crazy right now. Like there's no solution. There's no easy solution to this.
And I'm really scared because in a situation where the whole national security is on the line, unfortunately, sometimes the few get sacrificed for the many. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know that going to get her, and please don't take my words out of context and make this, because she's a Black woman. I don't know if going to get her would be worth the turmoil that it may cause for us.
We're trying to avoid World War III right now. Right. We're making very difficult decisions to how we're going to get these planes over to the Ukraine without looking like that we're assisting them publicly. Like this should be the least of our worries right now. Yeah. Americans overseas, button up. Don't give them anything. Like we can't afford that right now. Yeah. And Brittney, I know your family must be so scared. So our thoughts and prayers are with you, and I hope they let you go. But
we better save that woman.